Hello there.
Hey, what's up, you beautiful manga loving faces? It's your boy Shonen Caesar, here to bring you all another video. For today, we have my manga haul for the month of June. Now, this manga haul might be just slightly different than every other one that I've ever posted before because I'm noticing that my manga haul videos tend to be either really long or like subpar long, but they're never short. And I'm trying to decrease how long my videos are because my last haul was almost an hour long and my haul before that was over 30 minutes. So that's to me, that's way too long. So I'm going to try my best to talk about every series that I picked up this month very, very briefly so that we can get through them in a timely manner so I'm not eating up too much of your time today. So this month I got 41 volumes of manga from 7 different publishers and one neat little art book that I can't wait to show you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into everything I picked up in the month of June. Let's go. Actually, before that, YouTube Analytics has shown me that over 80% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed. And that personally does pain me just a little bit, just a wee bit. So if you guys like my videos and are excited to see any more future content, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and of course, hit that bell notification so you guys don't miss anything that I put out in the future. Now, let's get into the video. So to start off this haul, we have one volume from Tokyo Pop, and that is Sengoku Yoku Volume 2. I've talked about this very briefly in one of my previous hauls. It's a Mizukami work, I believe? Yeah, Satoshi Mizukami. I'm so glad I got that right this time. And the first volume I really enjoyed, so I'm really excited to get into the second one to see where the story goes. Next up, we got one volume from Square Enix manga, and that is Ragna Crimson, or Ragna Crimson. I don't know why I pronounced it that way this time. But this is a series I haven't gotten into quite yet, but I'm accumulating quite a few volumes that I can go ahead and binge. I just haven't found the time to go ahead and get into the series yet. And I believe Volume 10 comes out either in July or in August. It's probably August if I had to take a wild guess. But it is a series that I have very high hopes for and I'm very excited to get into. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And moving on, I got 2 volumes from Ize Press. Starting off with Volume 3 of Tomb Raider King. I just read Volume 2 not too long ago in preparation for another video I want to record and put out. I don't know if it's going to be this month or maybe next month, because I'm still writing up the script. But I really, really enjoy the series, and I'm very excited to get into Volume 3 to see where the story continues. And the second volume I got from Ize Press is something I'm pretty excited for, but also not so excited for, and that volume is The Horizon Volume 2. Now, I'm super excited to get into this because the person that brought this manga to us is the same person that gave us The Boxer, and The Boxer is currently one of my favorite ongoing manga series. Now, the reason why I'm not so excited is because this is very heavy in its subject matter. It's very dark, and I hear it's a pretty messed up story. So I'm very excited to get into it because of the person that's behind it. Not so excited because I know I'm going to be pretty sad at the end of it. Now, moving on, we have 7 volumes from Ize Press. And to start off what I got from Ize Press, I have Volume 1 of Spy Classroom. Now, I picked this up and the next manga up on a whim while I was out shopping with my friends for my birthday. It was just one of those things where I was at the store, didn't want to leave without nothing, so I picked up a couple volumes to, like I said, build that Ize Press presence in my collection. And I'm going to be getting into these this month because I really want to read them and see how they are, and decide for myself if I want to continue to pick up this series. But like I said, I got Volume 1 of Spy Classroom, and the second volume I picked up on the whim was Volume 1 of Love is Kill. Now, I know next to nothing about this series, but like I said, I'm pretty excited to get into it this month and figure out if it's something I want to continue to pick up. Following that is yet another Volume 1 of a brand new series, and that is Magical Girl Incident. I very, very briefly spoke about this in my Viz Media releases video, where when I was talking about Viz Media's newest Magical Girl manga, I was talking about this one, because I was talking about how I wanted to get into some of the Magical Girl series, but knew nothing about them and didn't have any in my collection currently. But now I got finally one. And I'm very excited to get into this to see what the story's all about. Now to follow that, I have a series that I've heard nothing but good things about, and that is Shy Volume 1 and Volume 2. Now, I really don't know anything about the series. One of the main reasons why I picked it up is, one, because it is a Ize Press series, and like I said, I'm trying to build that Ize Press presence in my collection. And 2, because it is a superhero series, and I am a sucker for superhero manga. I don't know what it is about this besides the art itself, but it was really calling to me, and I'm really excited to get into the series and make my own opinion and decide if I want to continue to pick this up. But I have very high hopes for the series. Now, lastly, what I have from Ize Press, I would be honestly very surprised if you guys have never heard about it. It is Oshinoko, or is it Oshinoko? I'm thinking of a different Japanese word. But I got Volume 1 and Volume 2 because I heard, once again, nothing but great things about this series and how amazing it is. And I'm very excited to get into it and develop my own opinion regarding this series. I don't know really much of anything about it besides it's like a very suspenseful mystery drama around idols and like the entertainment industry in Japan. So just based off of that, it seems very interesting. And based off of all the praise the series has been getting and the anime has been getting, I was just really motivated to pick them up. So, can't wait to get into these. Now moving on to the next publisher, I have another 7 volumes, but from Kodansha. And to start off Kodansha, at the top here, we have Volume 2 of Welcome to Demon School, Arumakun. Now Volume 1 was featured in my most recent manga menu video, and I will be talking about that volume in my upcoming reading log. So I can't say much about it here. All I do know is that I am very interested in reading more about this series, and it seems from the looks of it, it is very popular in Japan. So I'm excited to pick up more. Now moving on to the next series, it is a series that I talk very, very highly about, and that is Go Go Loser Ranger. There is not much that I can say about the series that I haven't said already. It's just so freaking good, and it's that type of manga that's right up my alley. And if you guys aren't reading this, I would highly, highly recommend that you get into it. To follow that, we do have another series that I haven't gotten into quite yet, and that is Orient Volume 15. I am now, I think, 14 volumes behind. I've only read Volume 1 to kind of give myself an opinion on the series, and I continue to pick up more and more after that. I just haven't gotten to catching up quite yet. But like I mentioned, every time I mention a series that I haven't gotten around to yet, I will get to it eventually. I just don't know when. Next up is a series that I am very passionate about, and I'm waiting for it to be completed so I can go ahead and binge the entire series. And I'm sure you already know what I'm talking about just based off of that, because I've said it on multiple occasions, and that is Fire Force. Volume 33 is the penultimate volume. 34, I believe, is the last volume of the series, and I cannot wait for the series to conclude so I can binge through all of it. Like, I cannot say it enough. This is one of my favorite ongoing series, and I'm going to be sad to see it go, but I'm going to love to see how it ends. Now, back to the topic of series that I haven't gotten into yet. We have Volume 6 of Shangri-La Frontier. There's something about this series, the art, and the concept of it that makes me very interested in picking it up. I just haven't found the time or the motivation to read it yet, but I think, I keep saying it, I really think I should, just to make sure that I want to continue to pick the series up. But like I said, there's just something about it that's calling to me, and I'm almost positive I'm going to enjoy it. Now, the backpack off of that topic, we have something very similar. This is a series that I've only read Volume 1 of, and I continue to pick up, and I'm behind on, but I know just from the Volume 1 that I have read, that I'm super, super going to be interested into this series. And that is Blue Lock Volume 7. Like I said, I read Volume 1, it was incredible. It captured me, it hooked me instantly. And I just put it on the back burner as I continue to accumulate more volumes so that I have more to binge and more to chew on when I finally decide to get back into this series. Now lastly, from Kodansha, I have one of my favorite Kodansha series, and that is Saint Tunisan, Saint Young Men Volume 10. I am very much behind on this series. I think I'm like 8 volumes behind. I haven't read much of any of it in a very, very long time, but I'm regaining the motivation to at least read like maybe a chapter or 2 a night as like a way to wind down and relax myself before I go to bed, because that's exactly the type of vibes I get from this manga. Very chill, relaxed, comedic, nice, relaxing vibes. So with that said, if you guys aren't into the series, I suggest you get into it. Like I said, it's very chill and relaxed, and I know for a fact if you're into slice of life, you'll be into something like this. Now the next publisher for the haul is yet another 7 volumes, but this time from 7 Seas. Now the first series I want to show you that I got from 7 Seas is a manga that I've heard nothing but good things about from a mangaka that I hear incredible things about, and that is Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer from Satoshi Mizukami. I was just talking about him when we went over Sengoku Yoku, but this is one of his most popular works, and after picking this up, I am now only 1 work away from completing everything that he has in English, but I don't think I'm going to get that other work, which is Spirit Circle, and I hear it is notoriously hard to get, and I haven't really looked into it yet. But in terms of Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, I picked up every volume that they had in stock on Right Stuff. So that was Omnibus 1, containing volumes 1 and 2. This is Omnibus 2, containing volumes 3 and 4. Omnibus 3, containing volumes 5 and 6. Omnibus 4, containing 7 and 8. And the final Omnibus, containing volumes 9 and 10. This concludes the series in a nice 5 Omnibus package. So when I said I picked up everything that was in Stalk and Right Stuff, it was the entire series. And I cannot wait to get into this series, so I continue to build my opinion on Satoshi Mizukami, as he is a mangaka that is very much respected in the community. Now following that is yet another manga that I'm sure there's really nothing I have to say about it. It is Tokyo Revengers. I believe this is Omnibus 6, containing volumes 11 and 12. I'm still yet to read this series. I'm just going to keep picking it up. When I finally get the motivation to read it, I will jump right into it. Like I mentioned on countless occasions, every time this series pops up in my hauls, I'm a huge fan of the anime, at least season 1. I haven't watched season 2 because I think season 2 was like only on... It was exclusive to something else. I watched season 1 on Crunchyroll. That's what I have. I don't have anything else. I just have Crunchyroll. And as I mentioned before, I don't watch much anime anymore. But I will continue to pick this up because I was a huge fan of season 1. And when it continues, or I should say when it completes, that motivation will skyrocket. Till then, I'm just going to continue to pick up these beautiful, beautiful releases and put them on the shelves. Now lastly, from Seven Seas is yet another manga that I've heard nothing but good things about, and I don't know anything about. We have the first omnibus of Homunculus, and this is a big boy. This is a brick. I feel like if there was a home intruder, this is what I'm grabbing. I'm bashing them in the head with. Yeah, it's just a paperback, but this could do some damage, and if you don't think so, you're lying to yourself. But like I said, this is a series that I've heard nothing but good things about. This was originally put on my radar by another manga tuber by the name of Weeabra, which, by the way, we haven't seen you in a while, man. The community needs you. But moving on. That was the first time I heard about the series, is when he went and read it. So that's kind of what I'm going based off of. I know nothing else about this series. I'm going in completely blind, and I'm very excited to see how I feel about the series. Now lastly for this haul, we have, of course, my favorite publisher, Viz Media. And to start off the 16 volumes I got from Viz Media, we have, off the top here, Volume 2 of Tista from Tetsuya Endo, the same manga that brought us Spy Family. Now this is the final volume for the series. It's only 2 volumes, so it's short and sweet, and I was very interested in the first volume. I know some people out there weren't a big fan of it, but I am a huge fan of Tetsuya Endo's work. So I'm very excited to see how the short series ends. And to follow that, we have yet another series that I'm very excited to continue to read, and that is Mission Yosakura Family Volume 5. Volume 4 ended on a very, very nice cliffhanger as we continue to get just a little bit of tidbits of information about our main character, so I'm very excited to continue this series and see where the story goes. Moving on, we have yet another manga that I continue to talk a lot about, so I won't say too much this time. The Elusive Samurai Volume 7. I'm very excited to continue to read the series. Talked about it on multiple occasions about how much I'm very into this concept, the story, and the historical elements behind it. So, like I said, I am very excited to continue the series. Now, another series that I'm excited to continue but haven't done so in a while, we have Moriarty the Patriot Volume 12. I'm about 10 volumes behind now, and I haven't read any in a very long time, so I'll probably have to start all over again. But I know I'm going to enjoy this series. The first 2 volumes really, really hooked me, and I haven't heard anyone talking badly about the series in recent, so I can only assume it continues to keep up. Now next up is another case of sad to see it go, but excited to see how it ends. We have one of my favorite manga of all time, Dr. Stone. Volume 26 is the final volume. This concludes the story, and like I said, I cannot wait to see how it ends. This is definitely going to be read in July without fail because I've been waiting for this final volume for a couple months now, and like I said, I'm beyond excited to get into it. Now moving on from a series that ended at volume 26, we have a series that is still going strong at 103 volumes. We got One Piece here. I haven't read much of any of it besides the first box set, so the first 23 volumes, and I have the motivation to continue to read the series is increasing, but like I continue to mention, it's it's becoming more and more daunting the longer it goes on. So maybe one day very soon, who knows, with this manga menu videos that I've been doing, One Piece may be one of those things that gets randomly selected for something I read for the month. So who knows, this might get read very soon, or it might continue to sit in my TBR for a while. Now lastly, for the smaller trim size, we have Volume 8 of Furion Beyond Journey's End. This is yet another series that I haven't gotten into quite yet. I've been slacking on it. Volume 8 looks very nice. I'm really liking this back cover and the front cover. The art is incredible. I hear nothing but good things about this series. I just been sleeping on it. I want to read it soon, but the motivation isn't completely there, and I'm kind of like leaving it in the hands of the viewers as to what I read each month, outside of like what I'm trying to keep up with. So this might get chosen, this might not, I don't know when I'm going to get around to this, but I know I will be very excited to do so when it finally comes out. Now moving on to the larger trim size of Viz Media manga. So technically the Viz signatures, we have one of my GOATs with Goodbye Eri by Tatsuki Fujimoto. I am very excited to get into this series. I thoroughly enjoyed Look Back. I loved Fire Punch. I absolutely love Chainsaw Man. I love the short story collections that we got from him. So I'm very, very excited to get into this series. And I know this is one of those series that are getting read this month without fail. Now to follow that, I have a series that I very much love the anime of, but I haven't got into the source material quite yet. And that is Golden Kamuy Volume 29. I believe this series is ending fairly soon. I don't know when. But like I've been saying, and I've been mentioning for a while, I will continue to pick it up until it concludes, and then at that time, I'm probably going to binge the entire series. So I will continue to pick up more. I know I'm going to love this series. The anime is incredible. Granted, I'm sure some of you have seen that clip going around about the murderer. Oh man, yeah, I'm excited to see where that is, because that scene was hysterical. Now we're staying on the subject of series that I continue to pick up, and I haven't read yet. We have Volume 6 of Alice in Borderland, yet another series that I hear nothing but good things about and I haven't gotten into quite yet. And I mentioned the last time I picked up one of these volumes that this series isn't long. I don't know how long it is exactly, but I know it isn't very long. So once this concludes, it's another one of those series that's going to jump to the top of my TBR, and I'm going to binge through the entire series and see how I feel about it. Currently, these are sitting very nicely on the shelves as all of the volumes, the spines of the volumes line up to be a nice little cityscape. It is so dope. And also, this freaking manga, the art is incredible. So it's just one of those that I know I'm going to enjoy, and I'm just kind of waiting and biding my time so that I can binge it once it's concluded. Now, the second to last series I got from Viz Media, I'm very, very excited to continue to talk about, because this means I'm just one step closer to completing this series in my collection, and that is Master Keaton. I mentioned last time that Volume 2 and Volume 5 were the volumes I was probably going to have the hardest time finding. And like literally the week after that, Volume 2 got back in stock. So I picked it up instantly. So I'm hoping, Volume 5 is going to be hard to get. Watch me see it in stock next week. It's probably not going to happen that way. I'm just crossing my fingers that I get that lucky again. But this month I picked up Volume 2, Volume 9, Volume 10, Volume 11, and the final volume, Volume 12. So with this, the last and final volume that I need to complete this series is Volume 5. And like I said, I'm hoping I get lucky. I'm hoping I don't have to wait too long. But like I said, I'm just that much closer. I'm one step closer to getting this series complete in my collection. And I'm very excited. I know it's mentioned that this is one of, if not the weakest work from the GOAT Naoki Urasawa. But it doesn't change how excited I am to get it in my collection and to eventually read through this story. Now, this next volume is technically the last volume of manga that I got from Viz Media, but it's not the last item that I got from Viz Media, and that is Volume 9 of Fist of the North Star. Yet another series, I mention this all the freaking time. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me say it, but it's another series that I haven't gotten into quite yet, but I'm very excited to do so, and I will continue to pick up and wait for it to conclude so I can binge it, because it's just that typical shonen goodness. If anything, this is the classic shonen goodness. So many series draw inspiration from this classic, and I can't wait to get into it myself. I'm just being very patient and waiting for the story to conclude because I like to binge my series. I can't say it enough. Now, like I just said, that is the final volume of manga that I got from Viz Media this month. But it's not the final item that I got from Viz Media. So like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I got one art book that I'm very excited to show you guys. And that is the Haikyuu art book. I think it's called Endings and Beginnings. Yeah. This thing is incredible. Now, I didn't buy this. I was on the fence about it for a very long time because the price point behind this is $50 freaking. Now, after going through it, and I flipped through it a couple times before I even thought about picking it up, it's very much worth it if you're a Haikyuu fan, and I very much am a Haikyuu fan. But this was actually a gift from one of my friends for my birthday, and I thank them a lot, and I can't thank them enough. Warlord Mudkip, thank you so much for the gift. It means a lot that you would get something so beefy and expensive for me, but this art book is incredible. And the motivation to continue to watch the anime, and more importantly, read the manga, oh my god, is through the freaking roof right now. I want to read the manga so bad, but I'm like trying to find the perfect time to sneak it into the manga menu so that I can read more of it. But this art book is it's quality. And I'm thinking about doing a video of just showing you guys everything that's in it, or a majority of what's in it, because I know if I show too much, Viz might copyright strike me. Granted, I don't think I'm a big enough channel for them to care, but it's all about, like, am I willing to risk that? I don't know. But if you guys are interested to see what's in this art book, let me know, and I might just go ahead and make a video for you guys anyway. So that is it. That is all 41 volumes and one art book that I got for this month in June. And today's question of the day that I have for you all is, what in my manga haul was your favorite pickup, and what have you picked up in June that was your favorite pickup? Let me know in the comment section down below. Well, that's going to do it for me. Thank you to all you beautiful manga loving faces for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell notification so you guys don't miss anything that I do in the future. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Shonen Caesar out. Peace. This is what I'm grabbing. I'm bashing them in the head with. Yeah, it's just a paperback, but this could do some damage. And if you don't think so, you're lying to yourself.